Man, oh man. Good afternoon, all. Good afternoon. Now, what a God man them there. Hey, the father, pastor, and leader man them there. And with them there, man, oh man, we there. Yes, welcome to the program designed for men with guests who are men, hosted by men. What can we say? The mailbox is aired every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101, the number one gospel station in the nation. I'm Courtney Morrison, and with me is none other than the great, but definitely not the late.
Courtney, yes, I am Kevin Bailey right here with my co-host for the last 10 years.
Yay!
Morrison, can you imagine? You have been with us, listeners, man on man from Moran Point to Nick Grill. You have been with us, ladies. You have supported us over these last 10 years. Just want to say the mailbox is sponsored by Fosrich Company Limited, your electrical, solar, and lighting people. The mailbox celebrates 10 years. We're very happy, Fosrich, for your support and you supporting us as men. So Courtney, how you feel, man? 10-year old, how you feel?
I don't feel 10 years old at all. It just seems like yesterday. Kevin, I reminisce a little bit. I can remember our first program still in
Yes,
2012. Andre Virtue was our guest, and it
yes.
was one burner or Gallus.
I
And
tell
that
you.
program still is riveted in my mind. Oh, Andre wrote to all the young ladies that he used to talk to and
Yes.
asked them to forgive him. That program was the boss.
No, it was, and it set the tone for the kind of programs that we wanted. We wanted to challenge, encourage, and empower men. Really want to thank the board of Love FM, the management team of Love FM,
Yes.
those responsible for entrusting us on this program and selecting us and believing in us. And so we're very, very happy to play a part as we continue to challenge, encourage, and empower our men. It has been a journey, Courtney.
Yes, Kevin, I can remember some of our former producers, the great Simone Ludford. Well, Keisha Beauford now, she's married. Nicaro, we have had some interesting persons that have been around us. I hope nobody beats me for forgetting their names. Some
Colleen
great sponsors,
Cohen,
Jamaica Public
Colleen
Service,
Cohen.
Ministry of National Security. We have we have had we have had successive years for the last 10 years. And I believe it is a historical. There's no other male program of this kind that has ever lasted for 10 years uninterrupted unless it's a public holiday. Kev, this is just awesome.
Yes, you see, once you call name now, you get us into trouble, you know. But I remember Colleen
Get in
Cohen
trouble all the
as
time.
well. Yeah.
So I am fine. And as we talk about a 10th anniversary, this weekend, the class that I graduated in, class of 82, graduated from KC 40 years. We're having a reunion. I want to see what some of the man look like. The sad part is that so many of our classmates not around,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
gather at the
yeah.
Kingston College Chapel at 10 a.m. this Saturday, just to talk. Our keynote speaker, the Reverend Christopher Cunningham. He was a champion discus throw at Casey and Champs. 40 years, Kevin. You can believe? About 50 years you
Man,
leave school, don't it?
that time flies. It's quite a lot of years as
Yes.
well. With all the very best in your celebrations as well, and really have to appreciate life, the fact that we're still
Yes.
alive, and
Yes.
so everyone
Yes.
who can hear this program and see this program, it's good to be grateful and to be thankful that you're alive. It means that God
Kevin, there's a young
is
lady I need to give a
finished.
shout out to as well.
Um,
She dressed
sure.
me up in some pretty shoes from her name is Daima from the store in Tropical Plaza named Kicks. So we ever see all my shoes, them look pretty. So, Daima, thank you very much. You were very helpful. Appreciate it. So, Kev, this week episode of the Mailbox, we're going to take a look at who is the father. I don't know if you used to watch a long time program on TV named Dinosaurs, when that little dinosaur would conk the father in the head and said, "Not the mama, not the mama." Today we're going to ask, who is the father? Do you agree with the government's newest announcement to introduce DNA tests before a father's name is placed on the child's birth certificate? Is it one where we are giving assurance to fathers that the child is theirs? The mother always said, "My child." The daddy have a question sign over my head sometimes. But let us find out. We want to hear from you, not true, Kev?
Definitely. And guess what, listeners? You get to be our guest today because this is Open House Wednesday. Open House. And so you are able to call in, you're able to WhatsApp, you're able to text, male and female. Created he them. If you're a male, if you're a female, you're allowed today to make your contribution. And we're going to be
Yes.
talking of things we want to specifically look at the DNA issue. Do you agree, disagree? But anything that comes to mind that you may want to challenge us and you may want to give us fresh insight, because this is the program for men, hosted by men, and we want to make sure our men walk in purpose, that we are improving as well. So welcome to Open House, Courtney.
Yes, and this happens every fifth Wednesday. And I know the ladies must especially look out for fifth Wednesday. As Kevin said, you are able to call in. And I'm sure this is a topic that you want to speak to. I am very sure of that, where we simply invite all of you to be a part of the show. You are welcome to be our guest today. Yeah.
That's right. So we're live on Facebook and YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica. You can leave your comments via our WhatsApp line at 876-997-3125. That's 876-997-3125. Or give us a call on our studio lines at 876, that's 876 968 8327, or 876-968-8328. And already we're hearing that they have lots of comments, Courtney.
Wow.
Already
Yeah,
sharing.
we know this topic. Go take it. Take
So
it, take it. Look who is messaging us. Simon Ludford. 10 years. You started it, girl. Yes. Thank you. She says, congratulations. Venry says, good afternoon. Love 101 family. I love how you put that one together. Happy Wednesday. Woman Day. The Honorable Babs the Grange, whenever we have any other DJ meal meeting, she would come and say Monday, and the persons would respond and would say Monday, and then she say, and woman there too.
I tell you, the Sim says, I remember planning your shows. I love Uno so much. Love you too, Sim.
And
It
we love you
was
too, Simone.
wonderful. And
Someone is
we
online. Let's take a call, as Angela Stewart says. Congratulations to you. May God bless and keep you always in his love. Caller, welcome to
yes.
the 10th anniversary of the mailbox. We're talking about who is the daddy, who is the father. Let's hear your comments. If you just want to say happy 10 years, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening
Good
Good
evening and
afternoon.
welcome.
and good evening to all members of Love FM and to the panel.
Yes, good evening.
Go ahead and share, caller. Feel free. We're hearing
Okay.
you.
It's a hard task, you know.
Yes.
What the government is saying that a man must do a DNA to prove that he's a child before his name go on the birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
I know of a man who I heard about this man. He's a brown man, and his wife is a brown lady. And she had 3 kids with him. and the three kids grow up, come turn big man and woman. Eventually, I understand that he had some land and he let out the land and him start to sell out the land.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little lady who I could teach a woman who bought a piece of land, trying to build a house, and him trying to help her. So it's like him fall in love with her and get her pregnant. He went to his wife and told his wife that she got the lady pregnant for him. She said, no, I'm too old to get a woman pregnant. So after him do that now, when she has a baby, the wife forced him to do a DNA. When him do the DNA, he realized that the child was his own. He said, well, all right, since as you force him to do DNA and this one, I'm going to do a DNA and the rest. When him do the DNA, no, he said that he wasn't his, it's not his.
Wow. So what happened? What happened to that relationship?
Well, I was told that he sell out most items and will it for the little boy and kill himself.
Okay.
That's tragic.
That's an interesting story, Carlo.
So tell us something though. What is your perspective though on this? Your personal take on it. Do you think the government is moving in the right direction? That there should be a DNA test before the name is on the birth certificate? What's your take on it?
I believe if the man never got him, if the name couldn't call. You have some unfaithful women and some unfaithful man. You understand? A man that is unfaithful, but if you are going by the leading of God, you are right. You don't have to really fret when that happens.
Okay, so you said do the DNA and let the chips fall wherever it may.
Where it lie.
Aye. Thank you
The man
so
say
much.
if you don't have a ticket, you no stand a chance. Your name couldn't call if you never got here.
If you never go there, your name couldn't call.
I appreciate the contribution. Thank you so much for calling.
All right, thank you.
All the very best. Courtney Marlene from Woodbourne, St. Thomas. Big up my parish. Says congratulations on your 10 years anniversary. And so we're getting some blessings here and congratulations.
Kevin, the program has begun with a bang.
Yes. I would
Badam,
never shout out
bang.
the man yet. We never shout out
Yes.
yet. Yeah.
I'm sure we're going to be having some interesting calls here. We just want to continue to shout out to the man them. All of the man them out there. We love for shout out, and today we have to make the shout out sound a little different. So Kevin, you ready for the shout out?
Sure.
We've got shout out Monday, and but we have got to do something else and add to it at the end, like the honorable minister. So after 3, 2, 3, Monday! And woman there too. Today is Open Wednesday. Today is a day where everyone calls in and we're talking about who is the father. Hey, there's a regular guest. RN then registered nurse Denise. Happy 10th anniversary. Congratulations. Thank you, RN then. Indeed, it's always a pleasure hearing from you.
Yeah, woman there. Shout out to the two hosts of the mailbox. My Barry Pastor Courtney and Kevin were very influential in changing and shaping our men. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Then really appreciate your encouragement at this time and your support over the years. Bless up.
Yes, Kev. So one of the things
Courtney,
yes.
I was about to ask you, how was the weekend? What has been happening? The last time we met. Yeah, what has been happening in your neck of the woods?
Interesting weekend it was. My daughter Camelia inveigled me to go to the National Stadium to see that blistering run by Sherika Jackson of 21.55, the third fastest time in history for a female running the 200. I got to meet a young lady personally, know that she's such a champion, Megan Simmons. Used to attend the Greendale United Church when I was at the Kingsgate United Church. Simone says, so can anybody call today asking for a friend? The answer is resoundingly yes. Anyone can call in, all can call in, and we want you to call in because we want to hear your position on this topic today as we celebrate 10 years
So you
of
see
being
there,
the mailbox.
Timoy, thank you, says, I believe there should be a DNA test system in place if one decided to get it done, but one should have the free will to
True.
choose. So I don't believe it's something that should be mandatory. You will be creating a problem trying to fix the problem. Oh, that
Thanks
is
to Moy.
some wise words there. Something food for thought. Charmaine from Papi in Kingston. Good evening to the mailbox. Crew, happy 10th anniversary to you guys. Keep it up. Blessings to you. Thanks, Charmaine. I
Yes,
appreciate
and
that.
Ophelia Holder says,
Yes.
congratulations on your 10th anniversary and all the best and wish you many more 10th anniversary. God bless. We seem to have a voice note. Let's listen to it.
I think there's a caller online.
It's a caller. Oh,
Yes,
thank
a
you.
caller
Caller,
online.
sorry, good afternoon. Welcome to the mailbox as we celebrate 10 years. And the question is, who is the father? Should DNA tests be done? Do you agree with the
Mandela!
proposal?
Hey!
Mandela! A holy woman about!
Is that
Mr.
Stafford?
Stafford!
Is that
Yes,
Stafford?
man.
Aye.
Yes,
So,
yes,
Stafford,
Mr.
great to
Stafford.
hear you. You have been with
Yes,
us
good to
for so
hear from
long.
you. I haven't heard from you in a long time. Share with us,
Ha-
Stafford, on
Happy
this one.
anniversary to you guys.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I wish you next 90 years.
Thanks, man.
All right. So then I share this with you because it happened to my brother.
Mhm.
My brother, a couple of years ago, he used to love Bandan. I don't know if you know that Bandan shirt, the one with the little color up top there. He used to love it. So you will find him buy Bandan shirt because it's a very expensive shirt and it was the in thing. So he got a girl pregnant and then he tried to run away from it. And my mother, the girl came to my mother and my mother called him
Mhm.
and called the young lady with the baby. And my mother take the baby and look in the baby eye and look in the baby face
Mhm.
and said to my brother, listen, this child is yours because it shall come with even the band and church shirt that you wear to visit the girl that night. Mind it, mind it. And don't let me hear no more about this again that you're not minding. Mine it is yours. And my brother just stand up and look at the girl and said, okay, it's mine. So
DNA
then,
test done by the mother.
yes, my mother stand up and say, yes, you don't can run away from this. Because down to the very band and shirt that you visit her with, the child come with the impression of it. So you can't run from it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's to say that man must stand up to their responsibility. Don't run away. And that's why you have so many children out there and to become criminals, murderers, thieves, perpetrators, and you see them all out on the street, have no one to take care of them. If you
Oh,
go there and your name called, I see you.
okay, Stafford, we're getting a lot of comments here this evening.
You went there. Who was it? Who was that?
Thanks very much for sharing, Stafford.
You
Good
guys,
to
you take care of yourself. Big up. Man
Thank
there.
you.
And who
Man
was
there,
from
man
up
there.
there?
blessings,
Man
blessings.
there.
Thanks, Stafford. Man must hold on to them responsibility and take care of it. Kevin, as you said, that mother was a proficient DNA test. She
Yes,
just
sir.
looked and said 100%, 99.99%. Definitely,
Mm-hmm.
you are the father.
Advanced,
Listen to what
advanced
Grace Ann
technology.
Reed Hilton says. Grace Ann Reed Hilton. She says this. Good evening. Happy 10th anniversary as it relates to the DNA test. No, I don't think this is a bad decision. Why would any woman be afraid of this unless she has been unfaithful? She says, good thing. Thanks
Wow.
very much. However, the government could also improve the society and strengthen the economy with that fund. Just saying, Grace Ann says, thank you very much for sharing, Grace Ann. And Jacqueline from Clarendon, happy 10th anniversary. I always enjoy the program. Blessing to you all. Kev, we're having
Yes,
it today, full house. We're not just having a full house, everything is filled.
I know. Then Reese Clark says, I
Henry
agree.
Clark, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with the government. I know someone who has been taking care of two children and did not find out until he filed for them to go to USA. He was devastated. I can understand that. That must be devastating. All along, you thought that these children were yours. Good evening, gentlemen. Happy anniversary on such a wonderful program. I hope this will continue for many years. From Elaine. Thank you, Elaine. There's a voice note here. Courtney, wanna take it? Let's have the voice,
Well,
or we take the
the
caller
is there
online
a call
first.
online as well?
Yes, let's take the call online first.
Good afternoon, caller.
Pastor, Pastor Courtney.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the mailbox.
Yes, I'm here, man.
We're listening to you. Let's hear your comment. It's our 10th
Yes,
anniversary as well as we're discussing the topic, who is the father? Do you agree with the position of the government proposing DNA testings to be done at
yes,
birth?
yes, man. I will welcome that.
And tell
That
us
you would
why.
welcome that.
Yes, I welcome you. Do it go and cause a lot of chaos, but
Wow.
yes, man. Because a lot of man still are suffer and that that belongs to them.
Mm,
Yes, a lot
okay.
of men are suffer through that. I
Yes.
do are stupid and stupid because every man should have know him blood. But
Hmm.
a
Oh,
lot
you
of
know your
men
blood.
in Jamaica. I
Oh,
don't
you
know
know
if
your
it has
blood.
to me. I don't know if it has to meanness because some of the man them, they not take up their full responsibility because they not realize you and only food money you figure your wife or your woman. The woman want other money different from the food money. So if you can fulfill that gap, and as long as the woman not save, he might go find you when he can't find it. That's why me I tell the man them say, if you know want the woman them cheat on you, take care of them. When you take care of them and them cheat, then say a long I can't say I can't be satisfied. But when you not take up your responsibility, you will get hard man. Because let me tell you something. I know I am I am I am 71 years old now. And
Wow.
if I wasn't a man who have principle I know what is godliness. I don't have a lot of pitney out there, man, and it can't so because I'm kind. And I
Yes.
see enough man to take care of their family, both who in the church and out of church. Because you have some man in the church, they mean to them well same way, and if that a woman no well saved and sanctified, you is straight to a woman love them good things, woman love
Mm.
them treatment.
Well, if
So a
good words
man
are
has to
talking
know
here.
for a woman loving treatment, and if a woman see a man that take very good care of her husband and go. Let me tell you, man, if I one time he will say, take a piece, man, and you see, when you find out, said, I tell you, when me know, I know, guess me this will be inspired not with what I know,
Yes.
what I know. I
Thank
live
you.
in a
Thank you.
house in
Thank
America
you.
where only a woman in the 3 woman, 4 woman, two daughter and daughter-in-law and mother. And me could have control the whole of them.
Wow.
Because that's my responsibility when me take up in about true salvation, me couldn't do it. So a
Praise the
lot of
Lord.
men,
We
Well,
want to take someone else because we have so many other persons calling in
yes, yes,
and
yes,
sending
but
message. Thank you
I
for
will
sharing your
Thank you.
position.
from the DNA,
Appreciate
man.
it. Appreciate it.
Bless
Bless
you.
you. I see a message here from the Reverend Musa Lang, who have done interviews with. He says, blessings, blessings upon the mailbox. Sir, I saw you at the National Stadium on Sunday under your peak hat. Yes, but you probably wouldn't recognize me, but I saw you. Don't you? You're
Ah.
not able to hide, sir.
Kathleen Bacon, or yeah, Kathleen says, congratulations on your 10th year anniversary. Blessings and celebration there. Jacqueline from Clarendon, I think it's a right move to do a DNA before the father's name go on the birth certificate. Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate that
Melisha
request.
Wright says, she's Melisha Wright, aka Porridge. Porridge, mind them drink your off, man. Melisha Wright, Porridge is one of those popular persons here on Love 101. She's from Hagley Gap in your parish, St. Thomas. For a
Yeah.
moment, I thought that was in the hills of St. Andrew. She says, good evening. Happy anniversary to you. I am in agreement with the DNA testing. Sorry that wasn't around 9 years ago because my son father wouldn't be saying he's not the one who got me pregnant. So we have
Ah.
Porridge saying this would ensure that some of these men would know for a
Mhm.
fact they can't state that is not theirs. And one woman is saying, hey, if you're faithful, then you shouldn't be afraid as a woman. Wow, we're listening to these comments coming quickly
Very,
and
very interesting.
rapidly, furious and
Sonia
fast.
Hamilton. Yeah, Sonia Hamilton says, congratulations on your 10th anniversary. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you,
Thank
Sonia.
you.
Really appreciate that. And good evening. Happy anniversary to you. Continue to do the good work. And there's a love there. We have a voice note. I think we could take the voice note now.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, good evening. Happy anniversary to you all.
thank you.
And blessing to the staff of Love 101. This should be done long ago. This should be happening long ago. Too many children are getting fathers that is not their own. Thank you.
Oh, thank
Thank you
you.
very much for sharing.
We have
You
two
know,
more voice
Kev,
notes,
we have
Courtney.
3 voice notes. I'm wondering if we should
Yes,
take the
let's
break
take
first and
them.
then come back to them. But let's take at least one of them. This is fast and
Umande
furious.
too. Mande de but umande too.
Aye.
I agree. Yes, I agree that the DNA must be done
Wow.
because if the man go there and him never want for own nothing, when go there for?
Mm.
If him go there and him knows him
Mhm.
never want own
I
nothing,
hear
when
you,
trouble
mom.
it for?
Mm.
Him shouldn't go there and trouble it. For him trouble it, him for own it. DNA straight.
Wow. Straight
All
there,
right.
Courtney. Him go there.
I'm listening.
Go.
That's 10 out of 10 ladies saying yes. Wow.
Yes, him go there, so him shouldn't trouble it. If him trouble it, he must own it. I think
Nigga
we're
man, that
gonna.
trouble. Make I say, oh, why, oh, why, oh. We're
Since
hearing
you're
it here
up on
all
us
on
straight,
Love
Courtney.
101 on the mailbox today.
Yeah,
Yes. So
I think
we're gonna
we're.
take a break,
Yeah,
Kev, and then come
yeah.
back to the other voice notes. You're listening to the mailbox live on Love 101. You're also live on YouTube and Facebook. We're gonna earn some money. We're gonna come right back after this. Blessings.
Serving is a must.
When you say Fosrich, you say electrical, SWA cables, conduits, transformers, and breakers. When you say Fosrich, you say lighting, chandeliers, and more. When you say Fosrich, you say LEDs and solar water heaters. Fosrich is electrical, lighting, solar, and LEDs. Visit us today, Kingston, Maniville, and Montego Bay. Fosrich.
Say thanks to Dad with a gift of unlimited from Flow. Enjoy great smartphone deals when you switch now, like a ZTE A31 for just $5,000 or a TCL 20E for just $16,900 GCT included. And both phones are loaded with 7 days of unlimited talk, YouTube, social, and data for TikTok. Plus, you get a free sunglasses. Switch at a Flow store today and keep your number available while stocks last.
non-communicable diseases, NCDs, are the leading cause of death and disability in Jamaica, a real public health problem. Be in the know. Reduce your and your family's risk. Information and action equal satisfaction. Go now to ncdip.moh.gov.jm to be in the know.
It's easy to follow, you see?
Me love use the BMI calculator.
The wellness check tool can tell you about your risk.
I understand my numbers better thanks to the NCDIP website.
Cause good health is like enough money in the bank. NCDIP website. Friendly, engaging, and empowering.
Sometimes all we need is a listening ear. The listening ear, the counseling, the logical reasoning, and spiritual guidance are what appeal to us. That's why I'm here. I'm Dr. Joan Pinkney, the counselor, your counselor on Love 101 FM, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 11 p.m. You know you can call on me. I will listen and more. So let's talk about what's bothering you. Anything. Tune in, listen, call in, text or voice message. I'm Dr. Joan Pinkney, counseling psychologist, ready with a listening ear. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 11 p.m. Right here on the family station, Love 101 FM.
Grace Mackerel, you're my number one. Like, love you, yeah. Time by Grace Mackerel is.
Welcome back to the program, The Mailbox. You're live on YouTube and Facebook, love101.org. It is The Mailbox. I'm Pastor Courtney Morrison, and with me is my co-host for the past 10 years. I've been celebrating 10 years together right here on The Mailbox. We started July 2012, and here we are, July 2022. Who would have believed
Definitely.
it?
And don't know if we need to remind our listeners, it's 3 minutes after 6 right now in Jamaica, and especially right here in Kingston, Jamaica. Trust that wherever you are in Jamaica or in other parts of the world, you're having a great time. Jackie Coke says, good evening, Pastor Courtney and your guest. Happy 10th anniversary to you guys. I don't believe in what the government is saying about the DNA before a father's name goes on the birth certificate. As the caller said earlier, if he didn't go there, then his name couldn't be called. Did she says, let me read it. I don't, or is a support for it. I don't
believe in what the government is saying. She don't believe the DNA test need to be done before placing the father's name on the birth certificate. It's Jackie Coke.
Okay.
This is
okay.
Here's a caller online as well. Thank you for sharing, Jackie. We appreciate you. Please continue to send in your comments. Caller, good evening. You're live on Love 101, the family station. We're talking about who's the father. Should DNA testing be done before the father's name be placed on the birth certificate? What's your take on it?
Hello.
Let's just hear from you.
Hi, welcome to the Mailbox.
This is Simone. Hi,
hey, Simone Ludford.
Is that Sim Sim?
It is me.
Good to have you. Everybody, let me take the pleasure in introducing our very first producer of the Mailbox who sat and planned with us for years. Simone, miss you. We love you.
Well, I'm loving it too. I just picked up my phone earlier and I saw it says Mailbox is live and I'm like, 10 years? I can't believe it's been 10 years. But congratulations. And I'm super proud of the job that you're doing. So glad to understand her ear. It's amazing.
It is. And
thank you for
so
the foundation you set. You have
Simone,
you will always be remembered. Always be remembered, girl.
Always try to tune in when I can because it's always great. Courtney, always the one shouting out Monday. I think he was the one who started that part, but super proud of the work that y'all are doing. Continue to do what you're doing. On the topic of today's question, I think it is important to do those tests. I listened to one of your viewers who said the father found out that the children weren't his when he was filing for them, and that's something that I see quite often. People have lost their lives, you know.
Yes.
because of that situation. So yeah, I do think it's important to do those tests. I mean, it just makes sense.
Well, really appreciate your taking the time to call us and to share your perspective, Simone. A special part in our hearts, and we continue to celebrate the genesis of this. All the very, very best to you in your endeavors as
Thank
well. And you're sounding
you.
very young.
Please give Sir Guyon my love. Hey
I put him
guys.
away. He's not going to believe that I talked to both of you today, but I will tell him. I promise.
Yes, yes.
All right, guys, take care.
Thank
Bless
you,
you,
thank you.
Simone. Bless you. Bless you. You know,
All the
Simone
very best.
says people have lost their lives from it. But listen to this one. This one is interesting. A comment here says in school, the child was privy to the fact that she was collecting money weekly from a man who was not her father. Her mother told her to keep it secret. And this is from primary school. It says affects children badly too. DNA is a must.
What a lot of repercussions with this one, and
Yes.
can it be harmful for the mother as well? And she really doesn't know who the father is because
All parties
maybe
involved,
she,
mother, father, children.
maybe
We have
she.
4 voice notes, but Angela Hackett says, Happy anniversary mailbox. Keep up the good work. You
So
know,
Courtney, I wasn't finished with it with its conversation. As
which one?
saying that especially for the mother, she may have had some erroneous decisions, and she is afraid for her life. She's vulnerable at this time. And is there a consideration that she might be harmed if the DNA is done right away? Um, so she won't be prepared for the consequences. Just to want to throw it out there so we look at different sides of
Yeah,
this
man.
conversation.
In agreement with that, but so many fathers too have suffered. The most recent case of the woman being beheaded, and we can't justify the position. All 6 children, and not one of them were the young man's child, and child support was being paid for every child, and it wasn't until DNA test. So while I think honesty and a sense of security for men who are raising children. For me, my perspective is there's a lot of men who also desire security in knowing whether or not that child is theirs. And I believe this is anecdotal, that a lot of our men actually don't stand up to the responsibility because there's a question sign for them. You know, I don't know what percentage that is. I can't say whether it's in the majority or not, but all parties, I believe, the child at a later stage in their life, which I've seen before, being devastated because of it. I'm currently dealing with a case that's that, and this is in their adult life. The mother at birth can be affected. I'll give my position at the end of the program, but indeed, I believe every single person is at risk. That's why fidelity is something that we must all take into consideration.
Definitely. And we need to have education. If you are introducing something like this, persons must be prepared, educated, and I think focus groups, conversations from Moran Point to Negril, so that people are able to process and to make preparations for consequences as well. So there needs to be education. There are times we introduce things that have far-reaching impact on so many persons without educating people. But we can talk a little bit more that down in the
I
end.
agree to the education, but it's interesting to note that so far all the women have agreed with the position. That's amazing. You
What
know,
you said,
Yvonne
Courtney?
Scott says,
What you
Happy
said, Courtney?
anniversary to the mailbox. I always love to listen to it.
No, no, Courtney, did you say only women?
No, I said all the women so far have agreed
Okay,
with the position
okay,
that have
because the men
commented.
agreed as well. The
Huh?
men also agreed.
The men have there
All
you
the
go.
men agreed as well.
Whoa. I didn't reckon. I think there was
Yes,
a dissent up, but
no,
the
all the
one
men.
person who I think Timoy says you may be creating a problem by trying to fix a problem. And that's why education is also going to be very, very important in this regard. We have some other comments here. Kev, boy, fast and furious today's
Yeah.
program. Might need a part two. Oh my God, this one is
Stuart
interesting.
from, you're right, Stuart from Avondale. I had initially thought the mandatory DNA testing would be helpful to men. But after hearing some of these callers, I see it's also helpful to women. The sad thing about this is that it points to the G generation of society and the family unit. If we held sex as a sacred thing and we're not as promiscuous a nation as we were, we wouldn't be at a point where people weren't sure who the father of their children were. Thank you for that. Some more
Rose
voice notes.
Hampton, we missed Rose comment. Rose says, Rose from Hampton, good evening to all the panelists. Congrats to the panel. Congrats on your 10 years journey. I agree with the test because many children suffer because they don't have a father in their life. And on the other hand, many will be surprised of what they will hear after the test. So they just have to do what is right. You know,
Wow,
Kev.
let's take some voice notes, Courtney. Think we
Sure.
should, yeah. So let's have some voice notes.
Happy anniversary to the mailbox, Pastor Courtney Morrison, and our host, past and present host. Happy anniversary to you. And we will continue to listen to this mailbox. It's a very interesting program, yes. Blessings. Enough more years to come, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, guys, on the mailbox being on air for 10 years. I've been with you for 10 years and still will be with you. And every now and then I send in a comment when I hear a good topic that I love. But God bless you. Continue to do the good work. You're encouraging men, you're reaching out to them, you're helping them to be motivated, to be responsible, and to be godly fathers and be godly men of society. Thank you for molding our men, young and old. Everyone is everyone is responsible and everyone is equal and everyone have a part to play. Congratulations on your 10 years, guys. You all are doing a fantastic job. Encourage the men. They need to step up. They need to be encouraged. They need to be empowered. And you guys are king, Black Royal Kings.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
wish
Thank
we heard
you.
your name. Appreciate you. Thanks for that immensely. Kev, Ed feel big. Feel like it as well.
Happy 10th
So true.
anniversary. I too agree with the DNA test, I too agree 1,000,000%. Because if this was going on, my daughter son, my daughter father wouldn't say it's not his child. And now the child born, everything is for him. Everything is for him. Continue doing what you're doing. May the good Lord bless and keep you.
Bless
Wow.
you. Bless you.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
sharing.
Pleasant evening to you. I love this
Pleasant evening
program.
to you too.
Monday, yeah. I love
Woman there
hearing you
too.
all that out in the evening. My little bit is I think we should educate our children and we should tell children the truth because these are some of the reasons why you have sisters come date brothers and brothers date sisters because they don't know. I have one girl, two boys. I said, anybody you're gonna talk to, find out where they are from, who they are related to before you go into courtship. Love you know, happy anniversary. Love this station, love 101.
Bless you. Bless you. Thank you
Thank you.
very much. Kev, just as one of the persons who commented said, he thought this would be more help for men, but he's hearing, and I'm hearing it too, that it would also help the women because they're saying some of these men who
Yes.
continue to say, not the father,
Yeah.
that with the assurance and the certainty of a DNA test, that he could not deny nor run away from the responsibility. And I'm one of those who agree with that position, that
Yeah.
if this test is proven to be that this man has this question sign, And just like in paternity court, I don't know if you watch that on the television, that he will now have to ensure that he can't say, I have nothing to do with this child because I'm not sure for my picnic. But
That's
now
right,
that you
Courtney.
know,
Let's take a few more. Good evening, happy 10th anniversary. The test should be done. One wanted it, and yeah, let me just see the rest of that because so many of them coming in there. Yes, one wanted it not to seem one is hiding something. Too many persons suffered because of it. Another person says, presently in my area, the mother died after giving birth, and the young man she lived with knew that the pregnancy wasn't his. Others knew of the relationship with a married man. He turned up risking his marriage, saying that since the mom died, he would have to take it up when the DNA was done.
the
When the
child wasn't his
DNA
either.
Whoa,
When
the
the DNA was done, it
grandparent,
wasn't his either. So it was not the
yes,
person she was living with, nor the married man's child.
no, and the
Says the
grandparents
grandparent
had
had
to
to take
take
up
the
the
child.
child and put it in their name. So ladies, we have to be mindful of the lifestyle. We will
Wow.
definitely not call your name.
Huh. Good evening. I think it should be done. My brother is devastated because he found out that his only child may not be his after 15 years of taking care of this child.
So you see, Kevin, a
Um,
lot of our men are also hurting because of
yeah,
this. The children are hurting, the
yeah,
mothers are hurting,
of course.
everywhere you turn. And so
And men are hurting. So
yes.
Claudine from New Harbor Village, Old Harbor, St. Catherine. Congratulations on the 10th anniversary of the mailbox. Thank you. Awesome program. While I agree with the DNA, it must be extended a little further. Fathers need to be educated on how to take care of kids. They need to be involved in the lives of the kids, not just monetary contributions. They must be loved in everything where the child is concerned. Woman, they are
No.
enough
Hi,
today.
Claudine from New Harbor Village. I think I know who you are. Blessings to you. You are indeed a blessing. Andre Hewitt Brown declares, happy anniversary on your 10 years. You are doing a good job. We have another voice note and we're going to take it as they come in fast and furious.
Monday, good evening. 10
Good
year
evening,
and
Ray
going
Ray.
strong. Congratulations. Yeah, man, through all the thick of the thing, no go out with a bag of things, yeah, man, integrity and all of that. And we, the lady, just hold back and we sit down and just make it go out and go not thing. Yes, with the DNA thing, boy, I want if a family will get mashed up in the car. People give on all about and all them look at something there. Pray God it may go so families to such a good thing, but sometimes burn run, so it will cause a whole heap of mash up. So I believe say, who want do it, and who don't want do it. Cause enough man no get no picnic and then get their little jacket and they enjoy themselves, and then chaos come in. So, boy, this.
Wow.
Kevin,
Thank
Sister
you.
Ray Ray, you always come with something different.
Mm.
The man get a little jacket and him and enjoy himself. Him well clothed.
No, I tell you, it is interesting
Quite.
conversation. Really appreciate the contribution in
Okay, we have
replace of
another voice
one
note.
more,
Let's listen to
one
this
more
one.
voice note.
Look at the thing, no go out with a bag of things, yeah, man, integrity and all of that.
All righty. So Kevin, it's amazing. It's just simply amazing that as we continue to take the comments on this, one of the things I do believe there is the issue of security for the man in terms of wanting to know definitely that's his child, for the woman as well, which somehow until today I never saw that so much. Just like you, I saw women being hurt. But they too want the assurance that the father won't be able to declare, that it will be unequivocally clear in their minds that this is your child. So
It
it
really
is
would be interesting to have a scientific study. Uh, the
I don't think the
section.
scientific study would be much different from what we are seeing here. I think
Courtney,
basically it's
Courtney,
cross section of
that
persons.
Courtney, that is your perspective.
I know,
I,
and I know that your
so can I
perspective too. But
so can
I
I
am
finish?
saying I
Can
don't
I
believe. I
finish?
know that's why I said I,
So
and
no,
I
but
agree with you. It is my perspective.
yeah,
That's
man.
why I said I.
I wasn't finished.
What I am seeing here are perspective that I never even imagined would have been coming out, which is interesting. There's another voice note.
So all right, let's have the voice note.
Good evening to the men of God.
Good
Happy
evening.
10th anniversary. My God, what an awesome program. This program is so informative. Virgin, to continue with this program. And I am giving thanks for the government, what he has come in with to do a DNA for all the children them before they are registered. Man, big up on yourself. Happy anniversary.
Thank you for that. Really
Blessings.
appreciate that, and really appreciate the contribution. So many persons. Do we have another voice note?
No, I
Just
think
want to
that
make
was it
sure.
just a while ago. That was the voice note
Oh,
that we were expecting.
okay, so many of our listeners have been saying some very interesting things. The question is, who's gonna pay for the DNA test as well?
There
And
you go. Now
that's
that was my question too. And whether or not it would be mandatory as opposed to be a choice. Now, those are the options that I believe that needs to be presented. Is it that the state will take up that position of being the person responsible? Because most recently, here on Love too, um, we spoke to a gentleman on the issue of father's name on the birth certificates. And he has said there's been a good uptake, a steady update. They offered it free, and all of the free positions were taken up before the morning was over, not even the afternoon, the morning. And so there were so many fathers who came in to actually register themselves on the birth certificate. It was just so great to hear, you know. And so the question is it going to be a choice versus being mandated, or who will foot the bill? You know, those are interesting questions, and the issue of education, as you say, those things must be clear as to whether or not this should be a proposal that is accepted.
so it's amazing because the whole issue has to deal with how we manage our sexuality and
Mhm.
what is authentic sexuality, before we even reach a place where we can think about a child coming in. What is
Mhm.
responsible sexual behavior? So we also have a lot of work to do, or we prepare men and women how they look at sex, this beautiful gift from God,
Yeah,
as
we have
well.
another voice note here.
Yeah,
Happy 10th anniversary to you
thank you.
all. Yes, I really enjoy this program every Wednesday evening, but this evening it is more interested. Yeah, I have a son when father said it wasn't his. And if you see that boy, everything for that man, only thing he
Print
knows
out.
is the color. But everything is the man. Everything of him father. He never look after him, never love him. And now he's dry. Right now, when he no call nobody, no he call him. Everything for him. So sometimes it just vice versa with the woman, the man. It sometimes poor woman them confused too.
Yeah.
Because guess what? As Brother Arnold said, the man now look at them, so them go outside and that happen. Yeah, so we have to give and take sometimes still.
Thank
Ah,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Give and take sometimes. And, that is so interesting because we do not live in a perfect world. And as we move towards solution, there is a place for forgiveness. There's always a place to
Amen.
consider forgiveness so that we know how to manage conflicts. And so even the transition that we want this to be done, do we also consider forgiveness? forgiveness, when we feel, oh, this really isn't mine, and so that we don't end up in violence and crime, but we amicably work it out for the best interest of the child, the best interest of the child. So many angles to this, but
You
love the
you
comments,
mentioned
Coach.
scientific research. I don't know if I'm not sure if he's Professor or Dr. Herbert Gale is listening in. It would be nice to actually, if it has not been done yet or been completed or it's being done, to hear what he has to say or what research is being done on it to get, empirical data out there. But I am believing that as we progress and seek the solutions, as you say, that we present something in social work. Even if you're adopting a child, one of the things that the social worker says, you have to tell the child from now, don't wait until later. If we adopt that process throughout, I wonder, will it work? Because sometimes it's so painful for the child when they find out later, painful for everyone involved when they find out later, as opposed to dealing it from its inception. You know,
No, you're
this one,
right.
this one, this one is one that indeed, wow.
Right. So we live in a complex world, and we have the ability to solve these problems as men. And man on man, as you listen and as you hear the different views, we're asking those of you who are not fathers yet to think through this issue before you go there, before you're involved, and how a child comes. And so we're asking you to make sure that you are prepared and ready for this responsibility as well. So Christine Hume says, love listening to the mailbox. Thank you, Christine.
Pauline Smith says, happy 10th anniversary to you all. I've been listening for 10 years now. Congratulations and thank you. I appreciate it. And I always listen to you guys every evening. Blessings, and I wish you guys many more years on the station. Love you too, Pauline.
Thank you. Thanks,
Thanks very much.
Pauline. Really appreciate that.
Kev, the church has a lot of work to do, I believe.
Yeah.
We have to be talking with our young men more, talking with our young women as well, and seeing that we promote biblical lifestyle. It's very important. You remember when we went down to Montego Bay, I remember Sir Dr. Coombs, can a man be monogamous? And it is something that has stuck in my mind, Interestingly, he
Of
was
course.
made monogamous. For those who are listening, he was made monogamous. It's
and
something he
and many of
developed.
us are many of us
Yes.
are monogamous
Yes.
and passionately monogamous. So
Yes.
we're there setting the example. Courtney, look at the time. I think we're
Wow.
just out of
Kevin, what
time,
an
right?
interesting program. We would
Yes.
have believed that, wow, it is time as well. We want to say thanks
Big up to our
especially.
producer for doing this.
Yeah. Big up to
So
them. Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, because guess what?
well, thanks to our producer, Tony K. Brownfield. Thank you for coming up with this one, Tony. Great program. To Timoy Butler for technical support. To everyone that participated inside the show today. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, men. Thank you for sharing your hearts. I really appreciate it.
This is 10 years of the program designed for men, with guests who are men, hosted by yours truly, Courtney Morrison, and
Kevin Bailey. So,
catch you next
catch
week,
you.
same place, same time. This was the Mailbox, and it was sponsored by Fosrich Company Limited, your electrical, solar, and lighting people, and brought to you by Love 101, the family station. Next week, Monday.
Monday up.
Happy 10th anniversary.
Blessings, Courtney. Blessings to everyone.
Set the people free.